Hey guys, what's going on? Jamie Soriano here. Want to welcome you to the webinar. And tonight we're going to go over a lot of information in a very, very short period of time. So do me a favor, if you could, first and foremost, take yourself away from anything that can distract you. Okay, if you have your cell phone on, make sure you turn off the ringer. The text messages that you're going to get over the next hour or so, you can answer them right after. Log yourself off of Facebook, log yourself off of Instagram, log yourself off of Skype or Twitter or any other, crazy website that a lot of us get on. Okay. And I'm guilty of it too. But what I want to do is I really want to get your undivided attention over the course of the next 60 minutes or so, because the information I'm going to give you tonight is going to be very, very critical. I know a lot of you guys are, in the network marketing space, or maybe you're in the affiliate marketing space, but the bottom line is you're looking for ways to get leads. Okay. And tonight we're going to cover 10 different ways you can get leads. But the cool thing about it is every single one of these ways are 100% free. Okay. Now, some of them, they do have components to them that if you wanted to step it up a notch, there is a paid version of it, but you don't have, that's an option, right? You don't have to do that. Okay. You can certainly get leads using the free version of the the different things I'm going to talk about. So again, take yourself off of anything that can distract you, because we're going to go over a lot of information in a very, very short period of time. And the goal tonight is, one of the things that concerns me is that I give away a lot of information, and sometimes I give away too much information. And what I mean by that is, obviously I'm very transparent and I do want to give as much information as I possibly could out. But sometimes I feel like I overwhelm people with information. So again, hopefully tonight you're not going to get overloaded with info. But I'm going to breeze through 10 different ways you can get some leads. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to mention before I get started is the idea here is not to master every single one of these methods, because that's just not smart. Okay. The idea here is, once you see me cover these 10 different ways, pick one or maybe two and really dive into them over the next 30, 60, 90 days and become proficient and good at getting leads using that specific method, right? Because the worst thing that you can do is you can look at this and say, you know what, I'm going to try to do all 10 of those things. And it's not possible, okay? And it's just not a smart thing to do. When I first got on the internet, today I actually do a lot of I do a lot of paid traffic and I do a lot of advertising. Okay. But when I first got started on the internet, I was doing a lot of free marketing. Some of the stuff that I'm going to talk to you tonight is exactly what I did. Okay. And, just so you understand, I did not try to master 10 different things at once. Okay. I got good at maybe one or two things until I got to the point where I was getting 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 leads a day from that specific method. And then I added maybe something else on me, right? I added maybe a different strategy to supplement that original strategy. Okay. But the idea here is not to try to get overwhelmed and try to master all 10 of these different ways. Okay. That's not the point here. Okay. The point here is to look at it and say, you know what, which one of these methods resonates with me? Because I'm going to go out there over the next 90 days and get amazing at it. Okay. So that's the point. Okay. The other thing I do want to mention, and I do want to preface what I'm about to talk about tonight, is with free traffic. The thing about free traffic is, number one, the pro is it's free, right? So any sales that you make or any signups that you get whenever you're doing free traffic is 100% profit, right? But one of the things you need to understand is with free traffic, you're not paying with money, but you're paying with time, because it does take a little bit longer for you to start getting some traction as opposed to, maybe paid traffic, right? Now, I'm not saying paid traffic is better, free traffic is better, do this, do that, because I believe that if you want to, if you really want to maximize your marketing, you should probably do a little bit of both. But I know that a lot of new marketers, when they first get online, they don't have a budget. They just don't have a budget. They don't understand paid traffic yet. So they want to start with the free stuff. Okay. And I did that. And I know a lot of marketer friends that I know that are now crushing it. 3-4 years ago, a lot of them were just doing a lot of free stuff. So I'm going to cover that tonight. And again, I'm going to go through a lot of information in a very short period of time. So hopefully you have something to write on. If you don't worry, because you can actually watch this replay because I'll have the replay set up and you can go ahead and watch it. So let me just dig right into the information because I really don't want to waste a lot of time tonight. As you could tell, guys, you know, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather for the last 2 or 3 days. I've had a cold, so if I sound a little nasal, that's why. Okay. I almost decided to, I almost wanted to, you know, postpone this webinar. Okay. Because I just felt like, you know, I'm having a hard time breathing, but you know, at the same time, I know that there's a lot of people on my list that are really starving for information. They're desperate to get some information and they just want to get leads. And my commitment starting, you know, a week or two ago was to get on every Tuesday night and do a live webinar just to give some value. Okay. So, you know, if you can just bear with me, if I sound a little nasal or anything like that, you know, I have a cup of water next to me. I'm going to be sipping that every now and then. Just bear with me. Just pay attention to the information. Okay. So let me dive right in here and share my screen real quick and we'll get things rocking. Okay. So first and foremost, guys, is here's the 10 sources of free traffic. And I'm going to go through each one. Some of them I'm going to spend a little bit more time on. Some of them I'm going to skim through because the ones that I spend a little more time on, you know, it might need a little more clarification. But the first method, okay, of free traffic, and this is what I did early on, okay, and this might be something that resonates with you. If not, no worries, okay, because I know a lot of people who have been successful using free marketing and they didn't do this strategy. But I also know that I know for me, myself, and a few of my other friends, this is something that we did early on was article marketing, okay, and with article marketing, guys, just understand that yes, it is a little bit time consuming because, you know, you do have to craft an article and actually put an article together somewhere in the realm of 700 to 1,000 words. But one thing you need to understand is the leads that you get from article marketing are very targeted. Okay. They're very targeted. They're high quality. They're hot prospects because, you know, for someone to actually opt into your capture page, for them to do that, they have to have gone through a few different filters. One of which being, you know, reading an actual article. Okay. And so let me give you an example here. Okay. Let me give you an example here. Okay. Alrighty. Let me give you an example here because I'll log right into, you know, my eZine articles account. Okay. Okay. So hopefully you are seeing right now my eZine articles account. Okay. And by the way, you know, the eZine articles, just so you know, is just an article directory. And there's a ton of them out there. Okay. There's a ton of article directories out there. I'm just going to use eZine articles for the simple fact that it's one of the more popular article directories, but you can actually get an account at eZine articles and join, you know, join this website for free. You can start a free membership. Now, again, there's, you know, back when I started a couple years ago, this was all free. Now it's still free, okay? But they do have a paid component to it now. Again, you don't have to get involved with that. Like for me, myself, I don't do any of the paid stuff on eZine articles. A lot of the stuff that I do on eZine articles is free. Now, again, early on, I was doing a ton of articles, okay? For the last year or so, I really haven't done too many articles, but here's what's cool about free traffic. Once you have the articles out there, you know, a year later, 2 years later, it's still going to be driving traffic to your site. So how cool is that I have, you know, a couple hundred articles that I wrote, not overnight, but over time. And to this day, even though some of those articles I wrote 2 years ago and 3 years ago, it's still driving traffic to my capture pages and I'm still getting leads. So let me just log in here. Okay. Now, again, you can just join. You would click here, join. And then you would click on sign in right here. This is obviously if you have an account. If you don't, just join and set up your account. It's totally free. And if I were to sign into my back office, okay, as you can see here, I'm a platinum expert author, whatever that means, right? I mean, I think that just means that I have a ton of articles out there. But look at this. Over the course of, I don't know, 3.5 years that I've been, you know, submitting articles. And again, for the last year or so, I really haven't. But the first 2 years or so that I was online, I was doing a lot of free stuff. Article marketing was a major component of my traffic strategy because I knew that the leads were going to be pretty hot. They were going to be pretty targeted because, again, by the time they get to my capture page, they would have read an actual article of mine. So if you look here, I have let me see here. I have 383 articles that I've submitted here. Again, not overnight. I know some of you guys are looking at that like, oh my God, I might have to write 383 articles. But if you break that down over the last 4 years, I don't know. What is that? I don't know what that is exactly, but it's not that much. Okay. But out of the 383 articles, look at this. I've gotten all of my articles combined have gotten 41,000 plus views. And out of that, I've gotten about 4,300 plus clicks. Okay. So those are visitors to my actual capture page, right? Or my blog, whichever I was driving traffic to. Because some of them I drove traffic to my blog, some of them I drove traffic to the capture page. But if you look here, those are high quality clicks. Okay. High quality clicks. Because again, they would have had to have read an article. Now, some of you guys are like, well, what do you write about? What do I put in my article? Well, number one, the articles don't have to be, these long drawn out theses, right? I mean, it could be anywhere from 700 words to 1,000, even 1,000 is a lot. I mean, most of my articles are about 700, 750 words, which is not that big of a deal. It's like 4 paragraphs, 5 paragraphs. And most of my articles, like number one, the rule of thumb, if you were on my webinar last week, is you have to give value, right? You have to give value. It's all about giving the marketplace what they're looking for. So if your target market is network marketers, you have to be talking about things that would be important to them, such as leads, such as maybe how to recruit people, training on how to recruit people or sponsor people, training on how to, be a leader, maybe some mindset topics. Let me give you some specific topics of mine that, let me see if I could find some of my articles here. And you could tell here, I mean, you got to bear with me. I'll be honest with you. I don't log into this too much, but let me see. Okay. All right. So here are some of the articles, right? Published articles. Okay. So let's click on published articles here. All right. So if you can look at just some of the topics. Okay. And by the way, if you want to actually read these articles, just do a Google search for Jamie Soriano, like my name, and then just put Jamie Soriano space eZine articles. It'll take you to my eZine articles account, and you can actually click through some of the articles just to kind of get an idea of, what the article is about. But if you notice here, it's all basic training stuff, right? Like, for example, this one is online sales funnel basics you need to know to make more sales. So that would be important to like a network marketer or an internet marketer, right? Someone who's online, scouring the internet, looking for ways to generate leads. That would resonate with them, right? So, again, you don't want to be spamming people, even though you're writing articles. It shouldn't be like, hey, join my company, join my company, join my company, join my company. My company's so great. My company has the best products. My company has the best comp plan, blah, 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 blah. That is like, no one's going to want to click through that stuff because they're not interested in that stuff. Remember, you got to remember this. The vast majority of people that you're trying to attract are network marketers. Now, network marketers, when they're online, they already have a network marketing company that they're building, right? They're not looking for another one. They're trying to figure out how to make the one they have work. So you got to put information in front of them that would be, important to them, like how to get leads, how to get more signups, how to brand yourself as a leader online, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? I mean, here's another one. 3 things I should have done sooner inside of my home business. Here, if you notice here, I have here's another training one. 6 simple tips to fast track your success in your home business. So when people click on that, right? Like, for example, let's see if let me see if I have some other ones that would be a little bit different. Yeah, see, so 4 powerful concepts newbie marketers must know: how to connect with your MLM prospects better, what you should look for in an MLM opportunity. As you notice, I'm not bombarding people with join my deal, join my deal, join my deal, because the idea here is you want to, give them some information that would be relative to them. and then have them get on your list. Once they're on your list, once you get their email, like I talked about last week. And by the way, if you weren't on the webinar last week, you can actually access the replay. I sent out the replay. If you don't have it, just hit me up on Facebook and I'll send you the replay. But the idea is to get them on your list. Once they're on your list, you can build a relationship with them. You can build rapport with them. And obviously you can market different tools and affiliate programs and products to them. And on the back end, you can introduce your network marketing deal. But even if they don't get involved, you know, you've already built a relationship with them. Chances are maybe they've joined you in, you know, other affiliate programs that you might have been promoting. Like for me, I promote My Elite System Pro. It's something that's very generic. Anybody who's in any company can get involved with it. So even if they don't join my deal, a lot of times they've joined me in My Elite System Pro, right? And so, you know, I'll talk about that in more detail later on. But just understand the idea here is not to, you know, throw your company down their throat. Okay. Now, the other thing that you'll notice here, and again, if you want to read these articles, just do a Google search for my name, space, eZine articles. I don't have enough time to go through each one. But one thing that you'll notice, aside from training articles, is I do a lot of reviews. Okay. Like and I get a lot of leads, guys, from reviews, because again, if I'm looking to attract network marketers, one of the things that I want to do is get in front of them. And the way I get in front of them is if they're on Google, if they're going on Google, right? And chances are they're doing a search for a network marketing company. Number one, they're in the company and they're looking for ways to get leads. Or number two, they're not yet in and they're looking for a little more information. They're doing some more due diligence, right? Either way, that's my, you know, those are two, you know, audiences that I want to get in front of. So I do reviews. Here, if you see here, I did a third-party review of Q Sciences. Is it a good company? I did one of Yevo. And by the way, I'm not involved with any of these companies. And these are all great companies, by the way, okay? But I get a lot of people who are in these companies or people that are looking to get involved with these companies and that are opting into my email list. Here's another one of Tempo Wireless. Is it the real deal? So I do a little 700, 800, 900 word review on the company. I talk a little bit about the product. I talk a little bit about their compensation plan. I talk a little bit about the leadership and the ownership. And by the way, all these reviews, always make them positive, right? You never want to do an unbiased review of a company and you're bashing this company, okay? Because that's not going to attract people, okay? That's going to repel people away from you, right? So you always want to do a positive review. So, you know, you can do reviews of companies. You can do reviews of tools that are out there, like good tools that, you know, marketers would maybe want to use. You can do reviews of other leaders. Like I've done a Google search of my name and I've seen people doing reviews of me, right? Because I don't know, I guess they think if people are going on Google and they're typing in my name because they're thinking about joining me in some deal, they want to, you know, I guess they want their article or something like that to be found and that person get on their list. I don't know, right? But hey, you know, if it works, it works, right? I've done reviews of different big leaders out there. Like I've done a review of like Mike Dillard. I've done a review of Jonathan Budd. I've done a review of Dagan Smith. Because it's just, you know, again, this stuff that people are looking for. Okay. Again, people are not looking for, you know, information on your deal when they get online. They're looking for information on maybe a deal that was introduced to them, and they're doing a search on Google, and you want your stuff to be found, right? Now, again, I'm just giving you a broad overview of the basic concept of article marketing. There's a whole science when it comes to article marketing, how to craft your title, how to, you know, get your keywords into your article, how to do some SEO and backlinks and things. I'm not going to talk about that now because again, we'd be on this forever because I'd have to do that much detail for all 10 of these things. I just want to give you the basic premise of each one. And then if you want to get more details on a specific one, you could always hit me up and, you know, I can do a separate training, or we can get on the phone and I can give you some more information on that specific one. But as you can see, article marketing is something that I've done, a lot of leaders have done, and it's a great way because again, by the time they get into your you know, your link, right, to get to your capture page or blog, they would have read your article. So you automatically, number one, are coming from a position of authority, right? You're coming from a position of posture. You're an expert in the field, right? So that's a good thing, right? Let me see here. All right. So does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Let me go here. All right. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. I'm gonna let me know if that made sense to you guys. Just raise your hand and just let me just know you guys are still with me here. You guys still with me? Just raise your hand and let me know if you guys are good. All right, cool. So I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So number one was article marketing. Okay, number two. All right, cool. Okay, number two. Okay, so article marketing, we did that one. Okay, so that's a great one to do. Okay, and again with article marketing, just like all these other ones, don't do this. This is the biggest mistake you're gonna make. You're gonna write one article. And then you're going to say, okay, you're going to write one article and then you're going to sit back and say, okay, where are the leads? Okay. You have to write many articles because people need to see that you're a branded leader, right? Like for me, the point where I started to get a ton of leads from articles, when I say a ton of leads, I'm talking about, 10 to 20 leads consistently every day is when I probably had, I don't know, I must have had like 20 or 30 articles out. So there is some little lag time, okay? But the cool thing is once you have it going, even if you stop writing articles, that those leads are going to still come because again, it's all it's like residual marketing, right? You have your articles out there, and even if you stop writing new articles, now again, you always want to write new content, but if you stop writing new articles, the articles you did write are on the internet. And if they're found, people search through whatever keywords you're using or whatever companies you did reviews for, and you're going to consistently get leads. Okay. So again, articles are great. I highly recommend. Now, again, if it's not for you, if writing is not your thing, no worries. Okay. But that's article marketing is really, really powerful, really, really powerful because again, the leads you get super targeted, high quality, and that's what you want, right? I mean, if you're looking for leads, you're not looking for like, crappy leads, right? You're looking for high quality leads because again, at the end of the day, your goal is to get them into your network marketing business. Now, again, even if you don't get them into your network marketing business, you should be able to profit by marketing and promoting generic affiliate tools and programs to them that they would like to use for whatever business that they're in. So again, you'll profit even if they don't join your network marketing business. But again, the idea here is you want to get them into your network marketing business. So again, you want to go for quality. It's not all about quantity, quantity, quantity. Yes, would it be great if you're getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 leads a day? Absolutely. But you want to have quality leads, right? Like I know marketer friends of mine that, all they do is they get 10 to 20 to 30 leads a day. And they're crushing it online with their company, right? They're making a ton of sales, ton of signups because they're getting high quality leads. And I also know people that, are getting 50, 60, 70, 80 leads a day, and they're not doing as well because maybe the leads are not that high quality. Okay. So again, I mean, obviously in a perfect world, you would want to have a lot of leads that are high quality, right? But again, let's go for quality. That's the name of the game because at the end of the day, you're trying to get them into your network marketing business, right? Number two is blog posts. Blog posts. You want to get blogging going on for your business. Let me just show you my screen here. Okay. Now, first and foremost, why do you want to have a blog? Number one, it creates instant credibility. Instant credibility. When you have a blog, you have instant credibility, instant authority. The other thing is your blog is it's your little piece of real estate on the internet. In other words, when people go to your blog, whatever your blog is, that's where they're going to find your content, your blog posts, your videos, your pictures. It's a great way for you to brand yourself. And at the end of the day, your goal is to brand yourself as the go-to leader, right? That's the name of the game. So you want to have a blog. I don't know any big time network marketer that's on the internet. And so a lot of these big network marketers, even though they're not big on internet marketing, like I have a lot of friends of mine that are offline network market, like old school traditional network marketers, but they still have websites because they just know that, they want to brand themselves and people are going to look them up. Right. So for example, if you have leads that are looking you up, you want them to find your blog. Right. because that's what people are going to do. A smart person, right? When they go, even if you have an offer that they like, they're going to say before they join you, they're going to do a quick little Google search on you, and they're going to look for your blog. They're going to look for some information they could find on you, just to kind of give them a little more peace of mind before they sign up, right? And so why do you want to have a blog? Is you want them to find that. So let me just give you, I'll show you my blog. It's not that big of a deal. I don't have the greatest blog on the internet. I'm not the best blogger on the planet, but I do get a lot of leads from my blog, okay? And I do drive a lot of traffic back to my blog, even if they're already on my list. I usually drive people that are on my list back to my blog, and I post a lot of content there. So let me show you what my blog looks like. Again, it's nothing crazy, but it does the job, right? It does the job. So here's my blog. Okay, here's my blog. JamieSoriano.net. I also have work with JamieSoriano.com, whatever. But it's just a place where I can brand myself, and when people search me out or they find my information, it's just a great place for them to come in, and they see a lot of my information. They see my articles. They can scroll through here, and if this is something that resonates with them, no war market, no list, what do you do next? They'll click on that and then they'll read my blog post, right? Or how to rake in leads online like a rock star. If they want to watch that, they'll click there, right? If they want to look at four vital components for professional sales funnel, they'll click there. So whatever they find, they'll go on. And then if you notice my blog, I put a lot of social proof because I have a lot of testimonials from people that I've worked with in the past. People that, are talking a little bit about me, which gives a lot of social proof. So someone who's thinking about maybe getting involved with me in, let's say, my Lead System Pro or even my network marketing deal, if they find my blog, they'll see, 8 or 9 other people talking about me, and it just gives a lot of social proof. So that's something that, will go a long way inside of your marketing. Here, if you notice here, I have different offers on the right side of my blog. So, if they want to click through here, I'm not going to click through here now, but if they want to click through here, they'll actually land on a capture page. So that gives them an opportunity to get on my list, or maybe flip it around. It's an opportunity for me to get them on my list, right? Here's another one. If they want to download a free PDF, they can download right here. And I have a 30-page PDF that I'm giving away. All they got to do is submit their email. If they want a free webinar replay, right? That's worth $500, but I'll give that to them for free. All they got to do is submit their email, right? These are my lead magnets. For those of you guys that were on my webinar last week, you remember that. But those are my little lead magnets, right? But even here, let's say, for example, they click on, I don't know, let's say they click on this blog post, right? They can click on this blog post, and here's a little video that I put together. They can actually watch that. And let me see here. Okay, here. So these are some links that they can click on, right? Click here. This is where I started and where I learned how to generate leads online. They can click there, and then it actually takes them to a capture page where they can check out my Lead System Pro, right? Because that's where I started to learn how to get leads when I first started marketing online. I also have links to like my personal profile on Facebook. Why? Because you want to build rapport with your website visitors, right? You want to build a relationship with, people that check you out. So the way you do that is by connecting them to your social network, right? And when they get on your social network, like Facebook, they'll see, they'll see your family, they'll see videos that you post, pictures that you post, things that you do. It's just another way for you to kind of warm up that prospect, because there's a little warming up period that has to happen, because people are not going to join you right away, even though they like you, or they like your style, they like the way you talk, and maybe they like your network marketing opportunity. A lot of times they still won't join right out of the gate. Usually it takes anywhere from 7 to 8 to 9 exposures for them to say, you know what, I'm in, right? They pull out their credit card and they're ready to rock and roll with you. So in between those exposures, what are you exposing them to? You're not just exposing them to your network marketing company over and over and over again, but you're sending them some valuable content. You're sending them some videos. You're sending them some blog posts. You're connecting them to your personal profiles, your Facebook profile, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your YouTube channel, whatever. It's just another way for you to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's another way for you to to just expose them more, not only to your deal, but to you, right? So a blog is amazing. Now, the cool thing about it is, when I first got online, I had to learn how to put my blog together. That's why I have like WordPress, right? I used WordPress. You pay a little hosting fee or whatever, and then you can actually start your own blog. And a lot of times you'll use like your name, right? Because that's something you want to brand, right? Your name. So, I had to learn how to do all these little technical stuff, right, to get my blog going. Today, you don't have to do that. I mean, there's a couple of different places that you can get a ready built plug and play blog that actually looks way better than mine. Okay. Like, here's my little plug. Okay. My Lead System Pro, they're actually launching right now their blog platform. So anybody that's a member of My Lead System Pro, which if you're not a member of My Lead System Pro, the stuff that I'm showing you tonight, there's just no way you're going to be able to do it. Because when people click through those links, they have to end up on a capture page so you can get their email. Now, where are you going to get a capture page? You're going to try to figure it out on your own and try to do it on your own? Maybe if you're experienced, but if you're new, why? If you're new, just plug into My Lead System Pro. They provide you all the capture pages. Like for me, when I first got started, I didn't want to have another thing bog me down and I had to figure out another thing and, just pull my hair out and drive me crazy, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I just wanted to build my network marketing deal. Now I'm learning this and blogging and capture pages, right? So I looked at it like, if they already have that stuff, I'm just going to sign up and I'm going to use all their tools, right? And that's a smart thing to do. So if you're not a member of My Lead System Pro, that's something you want to do like tonight, because all the capture pages, the blogs, right? Like for you to put together a blog like mine, it's just going to take you way longer when you can get a much better looking blog that's already has all the plugins already configured for SEO, as it looks amazing, and you just have to just post content on it, right? Why try to figure it out on your own is what I'm trying to tell you. So blogging is a very, very key deal. Even if you do even if maybe you're watching this and you're watching this on the replay or something like that, and you have a budget for paid traffic, you should still do, in one form or another, you should still do blogging. Why? Maybe you're not doing it a ton, right? Because people that don't have a budget, they're probably going to blog way more often. But you should still blog. Why? Because when you get paid traffic, that's really cold traffic. What are those people going to do? They're going to go on the internet. They're going to Google, right? They're going to try to search you out, try to get some information, and you want them to find your blog. It's just another way for you to brand yourself and to warm up that cold lead, right? So blogging is important, right? All right, so let me go to number 3 here, okay? So as you can see here, articles, and again, just like articles, don't write one blog post. If blogging is something you want to do, don't write one blog post and then sit back, kick your heels up and say, okay, I'm just going to wait for the leads. You have to blog consistently. Like for me, early on, when I first got started, again, I wasn't doing paid traffic, and I was just, I just said, what, I'm going to blog, right? I was actually blogging Monday through Friday. I took the weekends off, and then Monday through Friday, I was doing at least one blog post a day. Now, again, sometimes that blog post, like if I really wasn't in the mood to blog that day, sometimes it took me a little bit longer. Like it took me like 2 hours or so to create the blog post. But there was days where I was like, just on fire, man. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to spit this out. And I would do a blog post in like 30 minutes. Right. So, I mean, as you do it more, it's going to take you less and less time. In the beginning, you might take you a little bit longer because you haven't done it before. But again, you have to blog consistently over time to really get traction and momentum to the point where you're getting 10 to 30 leads a day, right? So again, like I mentioned, I want to emphasize, I'm mentioning this on purpose for emphasis. With free traffic, you're not going to see the results overnight. You're not going to see it the next day. You're not going to see with one piece of content. You have to put a ton of content out there, and then you're going to start seeing the results, right? So anyway, move to number 3, videos, video marketing. Okay, now some of you guys have heard the term, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, video is worth millions, right? I mean, it's no secret that video is extremely powerful when it comes to marketing. Okay, that's why a lot of these big name marketers, they use sales video to sell their stuff online. as opposed to, let's say, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, a lot of them were using sales letters. Now everything is just video, 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 because it's just way more powerful. I mean, people will sit there and watch a video, and you can actually do a whole sales presentation on a video, 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute, and at the end, you know, they've seen the full presentation, right? So again, video is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. So let me give you a way you can do it. Now, again, there's a lot of different video websites that you can create content for. Now, some of you guys, I know you're saying, you know, I don't really, you know, I don't really see myself doing video. I get it. I understand. Here's what I'll tell you. If you want to make money online, if you want to build your network marketing business online, if you want to get sales and signups, get over it, right? Get over it. You have to get over that stuff, right? It's like, if you want to, you know, what's your alternative? Go out there and do the 3-foot rule to everybody? I mean, I'm not going to do the 3-foot rule to everybody. Now, I did early on when I first started in the industry, I did, but that was before the internet. Now it's like, why? I mean, I can just get leads online and talk to people that are already on my list. It's just way more, for me, it's just way more effective for me, more time efficient. It's something I enjoy doing, as opposed to, you know, going out there and doing that. So if you're saying, well, you know, I don't know if I could do videos. Well, okay, then do the alternative. But if you don't want to do that, you have to get over your fear. You have to get over your shyness and just do videos. The cool thing is, with attraction marketing, the whole premise is you're attracting people that like you. You're attracting people that resonate with you. You're attracting people that like your message. So when you do video, yeah, there's going to be a portion of people that are not going to like your message. That's okay. But the people that actually watch your video are people that actually like your message. So by the time they click on your link, guess what? It's a hot lead. It's a hot targeted, you know, prospect. You're getting high quality traffic. Okay. So let me give you an example here. Okay. So here's just you know, a YouTube channel. Like, I have like 4 or 5 different YouTube channels. You don't need that many. Okay. Like, I use them for different things. Okay. But early on, I just had one. But, you know, there's a lot of different websites that you can actually post videos to, right? Like, YouTube is obviously the big one. That's where all the traffic is. So you definitely want to be on YouTube. But there's other ones like vidler.com and Vimeo. And I don't know. I mean, I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's so many other ones, right? But YouTube is, you know, again, you can put free, you know, it's free to use video. You can just post content, get videos, and put them up there. Now, again, there's obviously a paid component to you. Like, if you want to do pay-per-click, YouTube pay-per-click, you certainly can, and that's going to drive your views way higher, way quicker. But if you have the budget for that, you don't have to. You can just create videos. And again, the whole premise is, just like articles, you want to post content that's, you know, that would be appealing to your target audience. So again, if your target audience is network marketers or people in the network marketing space, you want to put training videos together. It doesn't have to be long, 4-minute, 5-minute, whatever, on how to get leads. Right now, some of you guys are like, well, man, this sounds so good, but I just don't know where I'm going to get information. Well, like, I don't know where I'm going to be able to get this information to do videos on. That's why you should join my lead system. And again, I hate sounding like I'm being spammy about this, but there's just no other way I can tell you. Okay, when you sign up for My Lead System Pro, they have a whole training library of archived videos, archived webinars that they've done over the last couple of months. And there's literally like dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of training of every little thing you can think about. Lead generation, blogging, videos, social media, whatever. You can, like, what I did is, when I first started, I would watch those webinars and take notes. And I would take the 2 or 3 things that I got from those videos, and I would just shoot my own video about it. So for example, if I watched a webinar replay, which was like an hour long, and I wrote maybe 5 or 6 takeaways that I liked, 5 or 6 tips from that webinar, I would then turn around and do a video of myself giving these 6 keys to recruiting online, 6 keys to sponsoring more people using the internet, 6 keys to get leads, or whatever the case might be. And now I was giving out good, valuable content and information to the marketplace. And then people would watch the video, right? Like, for example, they would watch, and this is just one of my channels, right? But like, for example, if if they go here, right, they can actually watch this video, and inside of the description box is a link, right? So maybe this is a bad example, but you'll see at least, right? Like here, for example, I have let me see here. In the description box, I actually have some information about the video. Now, again, this is one where I actually went a little bit maybe overboard on the description box. Okay, but again, you want to write as much as you can, because again, it's you know, you'll get found on the search engines a lot more if you than if you just put nothing in the description box, right? But here you can see here I have my link in there, right? For a full blog post on this, you can actually click here. There's another link here to my capture page. There's another one to another website. So people can actually watch that video. If they like it, they'll read the description box. They'll click through the links. So the leads that I do get, not everybody who watches the video is going to click through the links, but the ones that do, that's highly targeted prospects, right? Highly targeted leads. So again, the vast majority of my videos are going to be generic. Now, some of them, you know, maybe like a few of them are not. Like, let me find one that's not maybe. So these are all like kind of generic. Number one tip to exploding your MLM fast. All right, so this one's like, you know, like I have, do you need leads? Transform your MLM. Let me see here. Yeah, so some of them, like for example, if it's for my MLM, they can actually click through that. They can click the link there on that video. It'll take them actually to a capture page that'll actually give them an overview of my actual MLM, right? My point being is this. I'm not going to beat this down too much, but my point being is YouTube has billions and billions of users on a monthly basis that get on. And again, people are actually using YouTube now like they would Google, like it's a search engine. Like people that want to learn how to do stuff, they go to YouTube, they type it in the search, and you know, they actually use Google as a search engine now, full-blown search engine. So what does that tell you? That tells you that there's a lot of people on it, and you can get found. If you can put yourself in front of people that are already looking for you, selling is a no-brainer, right? I mean, if there's people looking for how to get leads, how to sponsor, how to recruit more, training, you know, reviews, and they're getting on YouTube and they find your video, guess what? They watch your video, they click through the link. Those are people that you want on your email list. That's exactly your target market, your target audience, right? So again, there's a lot of different video websites out there. YouTube is the granddaddy of them all. So you definitely want to get on YouTube. And even if videos is not like a big component of your overall traffic strategy, you should incorporate it, you know, in one form or another. Because again, videos is just super powerful. You know, people can, you know, again, if pictures are worth 1,000 words, videos are worth 1,000,000. So let's say, for example, blogging is what you want to do. If you notice in my last example, in my blog post, I actually have a video. So you can actually do a blog post, but put a video in there. So it's not just words. Now it kind of brings it to life because they're reading your blog post, but there's more dynamic to it, and it brings it to life because now there's actually a video, a 4-minute, 5-minute video to supplement the blog post. And in that video, it's like, hey, if you want more information, click the link, go onto my email list, you know, check this out, whatever. You can have a call to action inside your blog post and inside the video. So again, videos are very, very powerful. But even if you're not going to make it, you know, the number one thing you're going to do, build it into your other traffic strategy. It'll just make those other traffic strategies that much more powerful. Okay. So videos, that's, you know, hopefully you get the you get that. Okay, now let's talk about Facebook. Okay, so we're up to number 4 now. Facebook, again, Facebook, I mean, I can't talk enough about Facebook. I mean, literally I can have an hour or 2-hour training worth of Facebook marketing, but just understand, and I know some of you guys already know this, is kind of like preaching to the choir, but Facebook is, you know, probably the top 3 most popular website in the entire universe, right? Everybody and their mother is on Facebook. And if you can get in front of your target audience, which is network marketers, online marketers, people that want to learn how to make money from their computer, people that want to make money from home, you know, it's just, you know, that's the whole concept to attraction marketing. Now, again, with Facebook, let me just talk here so you're looking at me here. Okay. So with Facebook, there is a paid component to it, right? And it's very powerful to use that paid component. But even if you don't, because the whole premise of this webinar is free traffic, right? There's still ways you can get on there. And again, I hate to sound repetitive here, but it's all about value, value, value. If you get on Facebook and you're like, join my deal, my network marketing company is the best, I have this amazing comp plan, we have amazing products, join this. People are going to get tone deaf to that, and they're not going to want to, they're going to just block you because they're not interested in that. They're, again, just give people information that they're interested in. So if they're if they're network marketers, what are they interested in? Training, right? How to get leads, So tell them, say, look, hey, I'm doing it. Like, for example, I do, I follow like a, for every 4 or 5 posts that I do, one of them is going to be like promotional, and the other 4 or 5 are going to just be, me posting pics of my kids. Cause you don't want it to be you don't want every post to be like, a promotional post with links and everything, right? It's okay to do it maybe 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 posts. But the other posts, you want to just be social, right? It's called a social network because, it's about you being social. Post pics of yourself, what you're doing, what you like, activities, family, sports, food, whatever interests you, right? Because you want people to see and know that you're a real person, right? You want them to know that you're a real person. You're not just some guy or gal behind a computer. You're an actual real person. And again, they can actually connect with you on Facebook and not only friend you, but they can have a chat Like I chat with people all day long on Facebook, on Messenger, from people that are on my list, right? Like I've sent people information and they're like, and they, they'll get on Facebook to find me and then chat with me and ask me questions about it, maybe something they didn't understand. And I'll chat with them. And again, they see that I'm a real deal person, right? Now, I'm not saying that everybody buys just because they chat with me, but it's, people like to buy stuff from people they know, like, and trust. And if you're accessible and you can chat with them on Messenger, guess what? That's just, it's just much better, right? So it just, what's the word? It's people, there's going to be a lot of people that before they get involved or join or buy, they need to talk to you first. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Be accessible through Facebook Messenger. That's a cool way to do it, right? So again, you want to post value and content. And again, your wall should not be join this, join this, join this. And it shouldn't be promotional every single post. But again, mix it in there. Mix it in there with your other stuff. So it's a great way to position yourself. And again, what you also want to do is you want to friend other people that are in your space. Like, for example, if your target audience is network marketers, well, you want to friend other network marketers. Because what good is it to post stuff on your wall if no one's going to see it? You want to connect with and make friends with other people in your space, not so you can spam them and recruit them and have a debate with them about your deal is better than their deal. That's amateur stuff, right? You want to connect with them. Number one, you want to build a real relationship. Number one, right? You want to build a real connection. But number two, have them see your stuff and have them look at you like you're a valuable resource of information, right? Like I have like, I don't know, 4,600 friends on Facebook. I'm not trying to pitch everybody. I'm not trying to tell people, hey, join my deal, but I do post information every now and then and they see it. And a lot of them will opt in, click, go to my website, go see the video I'm promoting, whatever the case might be. But the idea here is, I don't want to go off on a tangent. The idea is you want to connect with people that are in your space. How do you do that? Well, go to search out different groups. Like there's a lot of different groups, network marketing groups that are on Facebook, and join those groups and connect with other people. Now, again, do not, this is going to drive me crazy. Okay. Do not connect with those people and say, well, join my deal. You need to look at my deal. Okay. That's not the purpose of that, but actually send them a message. Say, hey, is it okay if I add you as a friend? I see that you're also in network marketing, just like I am. Also, I love, connecting with like-minded individuals, entrepreneur type people, sharp individuals. I'm not here to pitch my business. I'm just looking to make a connection with some good, solid quality people. And if you shoot them a message when you add them as a friend, something like that, and it's not some pitchy, canned, join my blah, 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 pre-launch, whatever, a lot of times they'll connect with you, right? And so, again, you want to make connections. Again, for me, this has been like amazing, Facebook. Why? Because when I first got started on the internet, or excuse me, when I first got started in the industry, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have Facebook. So for me, I had to go to the mall. I had to go out there and give my card, ask for their number. And sometimes it would take me, you know, an hour or two to get like one number or two numbers, right? Because it's just so, it's weird, right? When you go to, I used to go to the mall and try to find people for my business, and it was just so awkward and so weird, and it was brutal, right? I did it, had a lot of success, but I just had to force myself to do that. Now, you know, we can get on Facebook and connect with other leaders, other network marketers, people that have the same interests. I can actually look at someone's profile before I add them and say, you know what, maybe I don't want to add this person, right? I don't want to add that. I don't want to talk to, I don't want to connect with this person. That this person might not be a good quality connection for me, right? Even though I'm not trying to pitch them, but if I look at their profile and it's like, you know, hate and negative and whatever, I'm like, I don't want to connect with this person. So you can actually pre-qualify people that you connect with just by looking at their profile. And if you like their stuff, if you feel like, you know, it's someone that might be a good connection for you, then you shoot them a quick little message, see if you can add them, and then build a real relationship with them. Post stuff on your wall that they'll see. Again, it can't be like spam, spam, spam. But again, that's how you connect with people, right? Like I have so many friends on Facebook that I've met with that, you know, some of these leaders are six-figure earners. Some of them are, you know, in the high multiple six-figure earners, and they actually know me and I have relationships with them and I chat with them every now and then. And we got to know each other through Facebook. Now, even though I didn't join their deal or they didn't join mine yet, right? We have a relationship. And at some point, if I want to look at my options or they want to look at theirs, they're always, you know, people always gravitate to people they have connections and relationships with. And I'm looking at this as a long haul type thing where, again, I'm not looking to try to, you know, get people and be desperate and try to, hey, join my deal. You don't have to do that when you have a lot of leads coming in, right? But again, when you have those relationships with high quality individuals, if something does come up, or maybe for them, let's say for them, they might be looking for another, you know, vehicle somewhere down the road, right? Or maybe their company goes out of business, God forbid. If you have a relationship with them, you can talk to them. But if you don't have a relationship with them, you can't talk to them, right? So again, it's all about building quality relationships. So again, I'm not going to, I mean, Facebook can be a whole 2-3 hour webinar. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do that tonight, but hopefully you understand. And again, you're probably on Facebook already anyway. You might as well use it for your business, right? And again, the cool thing about Facebook is you can actually customize who sees your post. So for example, if I have like a really promotional thing about network marketing, and let's say, for example, I want network marketers to see it, I can actually customize before I post it. I can customize just to show it to network marketers. Because when I add people as friends, it asks me if I want to add them to a list, and I can actually add them to a network marketers list or an internet marketers list or a family and friends or whatever, right? Some of you guys didn't know that. Maybe some of you guys did. But I can actually show that post just to network marketers. Because let's say, for example, I have family and friends and cousins who, you know, maybe they're not involved in the industry and they don't want anything to do with the industry. You know, I don't want to, if I don't want to show that to them, I don't have to, right? So I can actually customize who actually sees the post. You can do that with Facebook. So that's that, right? Number 5 is Instagram. Now, Instagram is another hot website that you definitely need to be a part of. And I'll be honest with you, I fought Instagram for a while. Okay. I actually fought them for a while because to me, I was like, oh man, I don't really want to get involved with another social network. It's another thing that I have to manage. But here's what you need to understand is that, you know, if your prospects, if your target market is on Instagram, then it would be stupid for you to say, you know what, I don't want to do Instagram. You're just missing, you're leaving a lot of money and leads on the table. So, you know, I had to bite the bullet. Some of you guys might have to bite the bullet and just get on Instagram. The cool thing is, you know, if you post pictures on Instagram, right, you can actually connect that to your Twitter account, to your Facebook account. So it's not like you have to post a picture to Instagram, then post it to Facebook. You can actually post it to Instagram. It'll post to Facebook automatically. And that might alleviate, you know, maybe your worry of, oh my God, it's another social network I got to do. But again, there's a lot of good quality prospects on Instagram. So here's just my Instagram account. Okay. And again, it's more effective on your phone because obviously Instagram is a phone app, but obviously I have to show you something, right? So if you go to Instagram.com/official Jamie Soriano, that's my actual Instagram account. And again, I'm a latecomer. Like I fought this for a while, okay? And I actually just got on Instagram just maybe a couple months ago. As you can see, I only have 115 posts, but you know, here what the key to Instagram is, again, you want to just like everything else, you want to post value, right? Like if you notice here, I don't have a lot of join my deal, join my deal, join my deal. Maybe like a few of them might be, right? But for the vast majority of my pictures that I post, it's more like, you know, just regular pictures, my kids, maybe some inspirational quotes, right? Some funny pictures, right? You know, here's my kids wrestling, right? Here's another cool little picture here, picture of my family right here, right? So people get to know me. People are like, you know, it's not one of these Instagram accounts that's just like all spam, spam, spam. I'm actually a real person. But the key here is you want to have a good little bio, right? So, because again, people are going to check out your bio because you cannot post links on Instagram except for in your bio. So here, if you look at my bio, it says entrepreneur, foodie, hubby, dad, martial artist, lover of life, overall cool guy. There's my Twitter handle, right? My Facebook personal profile if they want to, because I always want people to connect with me on Facebook. And then I say, click the link below. And if they click this, it actually takes them to a capture page where I'm offering a free, you know, webinar, right? That shows them how to get leads. They can opt in, get on my email list, and my lead magnet is that free webinar. You know, I send that to them and they can watch me do a webinar, right? So again, if you look at here, you know, you'll find, let me see if I could find an example here. But I've gotten a ton of leads actually from Instagram. And again, I'm still learning the whole Instagram deal. But one of the things I do is whenever I post a pic, I actually put like my little website that I want to promote. So for here, it's like jamiesoriano.info. I'll add that to the pic. So even though I'm kind of posting a pic that has like, let's say, an inspirational quote, they'll see my link there. Even though they can't click it because it's in the picture, if they want to, they can actually take that and type it into their browser and they'll end up on a capture page, right? Let me see here. Right, so here's just, I can promote, like if I'm promoting a webinar, I can put a little picture there and I'll tell people to go to this, you know, register here on this link. All right, so there's a lot of cool little information. Again, go to my Instagram. My handle is official Jamie Soriano. Just if you want to look at it more in detail, you can go ahead and do that. No time. This is pretty self-explanatory. But it's all mixed up pictures. Here's me having dinner with my wife. Here's a picture of my kids in their jiu-jitsu class, right? They're there with the former UFC champion Matt Serra. So again, when I put hashtags, that's another thing on Instagram that's really powerful, is you got to put the right hashtags. If people do a hashtag search for, let's say, grappling or jiu-jitsu or something like that, or whatever like for example, let's say this one. These are some of the hashtags I use. When people do a hashtag search, they'll find my picture. So one of the things I always do is I always put, like, let's say, for example, I'm located in Long Island, New York. I always put Long Island, New York as a hashtag, because I want people to find that. Because if they get on my list, chances are those are people from Long Island, New York, right? And I always want to have local people on my list, because if they do join my network marketing business, I would love to, you know, pull them off online and get them offline and maybe have a cup of coffee with them at a Starbucks or something. Because, you know, again, now I could start building with them and helping them, and I could kind of take them from, you know, a computer screen and meet with them in person, right? Because that's how you're really going to build belly to belly when you're, you know, in the trenches working with somebody, right? So again, that's just another quick example. I'm actually running out of time here, so I'm going to start moving quickly here. But again, I think you see the picture, right? Hopefully you see the picture. So that's Instagram, okay? So again, if you're not on Instagram, get on it. Trust me, there's so many good people. Another quick little tip is whenever you do let's say a post, you know, do hashtags for like different network marketing companies, like, you know, Jeunesse, Paycation, Visalis, Nerium, whatever. So when reps from those companies, they're actually posting and they're actually putting those same hashtags, or they do a search for those hashtags, you'll pop up, even though you're not with those companies, but you'll pop up and they'll find your stuff. And if you're offering, let's say, training or how to get leads, or My Lead System Pro, let's say, as a platform for them to get leads and learn how to market online, they can click through that stuff and you can, bring them into that, or at the very least get them on your list, right? So that's pretty much Instagram. Again, every single one of these things, I can do a whole webinar in and of itself. And in the future, moving forward, I will, right? But today, I just wanted to give you the basic, so that way you can see that, hey, there's traffic everywhere. Even if you don't have a budget, right? There's traffic everywhere. You just have to get creative, because there's people online everywhere searching for a home business, searching for ways to make money, searching for ways to create a secondary income. You just got to get in front of them, right? Number 6 is LinkedIn. Again, just like everything else, it's all about value. You want to create value. Let me show you my LinkedIn account real quick. And again, I don't have like some amazing, I don't have like an amazing LinkedIn account, but I do have, I don't know, 1,000 connections or something like that. I don't even pay attention too much, because LinkedIn is not like a major part of my overall strategy. But I do have a LinkedIn account and people find me there all day long. So where's my LinkedIn account here? Here it is. Okay. So if I log into this LinkedIn account real quick, okay. Again, the key is number one, you want to put together a good profile, because people are going to search you out and they're going to check out your profile. LinkedIn, unlike Facebook, is more of like the business. It's more of a business social network. Like Facebook is more where people post like silly videos and silly pictures, and it's more of a fun hangouty type place. LinkedIn is more of the professional. I mean, the average person on LinkedIn is making 6 figures at their job, right? And so you're attracting a little bit, not a little bit, a totally different demographic. So you want to put together a professional profile, right? That has, almost like a resume. Even though you're in the network marketing space and you're, a marketer, you want to put a nice little resume there of, what you do, what you're about, and then have some links to, things that you might be able to offer some of these people, such as, different tools that you're using, maybe your blog, maybe a capture page. Maybe you would offer them, to take a look at My Lead System Pro. But you can do that, and then you can actually share updates right here. Just like Facebook, where you can share a status update, you can do that here, and all your connections will see it. But again, the idea here is not to, your post, your status update shouldn't be, join my deal, join my deal. I got the greatest company in the planet, and I got the greatest comp plan in the world. And nobody cares about that, right? You want to share good information that'll resonate with them, like, how to become a better leader, how to become a better team builder, how to sponsor more people into your business, how to get leads, how to leverage the internet, how to use webinars to sell stuff online, how to use webinars to recruit people into your business online, stuff like that. And people will, opt into your stuff all day long if they see that there's value. But if it's like, join my deal, join my deal, join my deal, then, they get tone deaf to it. They won't click through any of your stuff, and they'll probably block you, right? So you can actually connect with people, again, just like Facebook. You can connect with like-minded individuals. You can do a search up here for, let's say, a specific network marketing company, or maybe maybe you want to tap into, a totally different demographic than network marketers. Maybe you want to look for real estate professionals or financial planners, or salespeople, B2B sales type people. Maybe you're looking for mortgage brokers, or, people like that are in sales. You can actually join their group and then make connections with people. Again, not to pitch them and say, join my deal, but actually make some, like, if you're going to, the thing with online is you need to understand is, even though you're online, it works almost exactly like you're offline. Like, you would never, like, hopefully, right? Hopefully you don't go to people offline and it's total strangers, and you're like, you come up to them and you're like, hey, you got to join my deal. You got to join my deal. You got to join my deal. Because they'll turn around and run away from you. They're going to think you're a wacko. What do? You make friends with them, right? You small talk, right? You probably don't even introduce your business until maybe the 3rd, 4th, 5th conversation, unless they ask you, what do you do? I know that's what I do. Like, when I meet people, I don't start pitching them my deal. I just, make friends with them, small talk, right? Like, I meet people at my kids' wrestling practice, and A lot of people over there don't even know that I'm a marketer. Some of them do, right? Because they ask, like one guy was like, "Hey, I saw you on YouTube. I saw your video on YouTube, right? I was doing a search for something in sales, and you popped up, right?" But the vast majority, why? Because I'm not there trying to pitch people and be the whack job, right? So when I meet new people, I introduce myself, right? Or they introduce themselves, and I talk to them, and probably I can have 4, 5, 6 conversations with somebody and not even bring it up, because I'm just trying to build a natural relationship with somebody, because I know that once I have a relationship with somebody, I can talk to them later about the business. But if I just start pitching my business right out of the gate, it's not going to work. So it works the same online. The thing with online is you can't go out there and just pitch, 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 pitch. You got to be able to, give people a reason to want to check you out. How do you do that? Giving value, right? Giving value, giving content, giving good information out, training. And in the beginning, sometimes it's a little bit of a paradigm shift, because you're so used to the whole offline, you know, pitch people and let them join my deal, because that's what they teach you to do. Your upline's probably teaching you how to do that, or they say do that. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying that it's totally different in the online world. You have to give people value first. That's the whole premise behind attraction marketing, is giving people value. So that is LinkedIn. Okay, that's and I've done actually like 90-minute webinars on LinkedIn marketing. If you want to get that, I could probably send you that video. If you hit me up on Facebook, if that's something you want to learn, I'll send you that. Obviously, I don't have time to do that tonight, but as you can see, it is a great place, because again, the cool thing about it is the average user, the average member of LinkedIn is someone that's making 6 figures, right? They're probably high executives or CEOs, or high ranking officials of their company, or maybe commission salespeople that are making 6 figures. So again, you're tapping into a whole different demographic, a good demographic, because that's who you want to. I mean, you want to connect with people that are high quality, right? People that are top earners, people that are successful, people that have a great background. Those are good people you want to get into your network marketing business. So get involved with LinkedIn. That's going to help you tremendously. Okay, the 7th one here is Craigslist. Totally free for you to market on Craigslist. Now, again, there is a paid component to Craigslist now, but for the most part, you can start a free account and you can actually post ads on Craigslist. Now, with Craigslist, it's you can't post every day. I mean, I believe, and I used to use Craigslist a lot. I haven't in the probably the last couple months. I haven't, but I remember when I was using Craigslist and I was getting leads. I'm going to show you why Craigslist is pretty cool in a minute here. But with Craigslist, you have to post. I think you get to post an ad like once every other day or something like that. You're going to have to go and open up an account and find out. But again, it's free, and there are people on Craigslist and looking for opportunities. And if you can get in front of them, you can actually have them on your list, or actually use a more direct response approach with people, because again, it's more of an online classified website. So you can actually just directly, this is the only exception to the rule, where you can actually directly have them check out your network marketing opportunity. Because again, a lot of them are there looking for network marketing opportunities or part-time gigs, side income gigs, or whatever. They're not really there looking for leads or training, right? Unlike Facebook or YouTube, where they are, right? On Craigslist, they're actually looking for gigs and deals, and I need a part-time job, this and that. Again, you just have to just kind of word it a little, because you're dealing with, you got to always put yourself in a position of what's the mentality of people that are on this website. So with Craigslist, let's say one thing that works really cool with Craigslist is where's Craigslist here? Let me go here. One thing that works with Craigslist really cool is like pictures, like image marketing, right? Instead of just having text, which is like boring, right? You want to have like images, right? So one of the things that I do, or what I used to do a lot, is I used to create images, and it's really easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do this. Let me share my screen and go to PowerPoint. Right, because I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this, right? So I would go to PowerPoint, let's say, real simple, and I would just go to Google and do a search for, work from home, make money from home, home office, whatever. And I would pull a pick out. And this is what I just did like 2 minutes before the webinar started, right? And so I would take this pick and put it on a like a slide here. And I would just make an ad or an image out of this that I can post onto Craigslist. And it's real simple. You would just go to, like, let's say on this image, you would just go to, let me see here. You can go to insert word art, and I'm doing this real fast. So you might have to put a little more thought and time into this, but for the sake of time, I'm actually just doing this pretty quickly here. But let's say I would do I don't know, I would just pick let me pick this font right here, right? And I would say, interested in an extra, $2,000 per month. So you might have to give a little more thought to that. Like, obviously here, orange might not be good to use because, as you can see, it doesn't stand out too much, right? So I might use a different color or whatever because you want it to stand out, right? And I would have to put it somewhere here where it's not covering the dude's face. But as you can see, I can kind of like put here, or maybe if I don't want to use interested in an extra 2,000 per month, I could put let me see, I would put let's say, let me take that out. Let me see. I would put let me use red. I would put like entrepreneurs wanted or something like that, right? And I would put that on top. And I would put here, if you want more information, go to this website. And I could put my website there. Or if I wanted to use a more direct response, I could actually put my phone number. Hey, want more information? Call my direct number, 347, whatever. You could put your number. Or you could, again, if you don't want to give out your personal number on Craigslist, which I totally get it. You can actually use, a Google Voice account or something like that. That's free. Or something to that effect. But again, you can actually, get creative with it and not just post links there, but actually put your phone number, and you'll actually have people calling you direct, asking for information. And then you can, when you have them on the phone, you can actually talk to them a little bit more. Again, it's a little more different approach than, let's say, YouTube marketing or Facebook marketing, where you would normally have them get on your list. But this is just a fast way to get leads for your network marketing business. And it's more of a direct response. And the reason why, this is a little bit different, again, is the mentality of people that are on Craigslist, right? I mean, these are people that are actually scrolling through classifieds and they're looking for, some type of part-time gig quickly, right? So again, if you get good at this, I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't get, 3 to 5 leads a day, right? I mean, even if you had like 2 to 3 leads a day coming in from Craigslist, but they were actually real people that were getting on the phone with you. Well, what is that? Let's say you get 2 leads a day doing that for you do that 30 days. That's like 60 leads that you've actually gotten on the phone with. I mean, even if you were bad, you could probably recruit 2 or 3 people for your network marketing business, right? Because not everybody's going to pan out, and not everybody's going to be interested in what you're offering. But if you get on the phone with 60 people, 2 to 3 of those people would want to take they would probably want to get involved with your network marketing, assuming you have a good, solid opportunity for them and you're halfway decent on the phone, right? But it's just a fast, quick, easy way to get leads if you don't want to go through the whole attraction marketing route, right? All righty. So, okay. So that's Craigslist, okay? And again, if you want to get some information on Craigslist marketing, I have a whole hour video on Craigslist marketing. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you that video. You can actually watch it where I break it down into a lot more detail. You can get fancy with your Craigslist. For example, one of the things that I did early on is when I would do Craigslist marketing, I would have a link. I would put a link where they can actually click that link and it takes them to an actual, like a survey, like an online application where I'm able to ask them questions like, what exactly are you looking for? Have you ever owned a business before or thought about becoming an entrepreneur? Have you ever done anything in direct sales? So now it's more of like application process where I would get all these online applications sent to me. You know, obviously it would get sent to my inbox, not physically, and I can actually look through them. And I would sometimes I would decide, you know what, I'm not even going to bother to deal with this person, because I just didn't feel like the answers they gave me on the questionnaire that I gave them was pretty good. So I was like, no, I'm not even going to bother. But some of them were actually really good. Some of them were, you know, executives that were looking for some part-time work or part-time stuff, and they just, you know, with the economy being the way it is, they were, you know, good people, good quality people that had good jobs, but they were looking for some extra income. And then I would just look through that. I would call them up, get on the phone with them. Right. So that's one way you can use Craigslist. Again, if you want to see that 1 hour video, hit me up on Facebook and I'll send you the video link. You can actually watch it. All right. Backpage. Again, I'm not going to spend too much on Backpage, but Backpage is like Craigslist like little brother, right? It works exactly like Craigslist. You can actually open up a free account. Now there's a paid component to it also, but you can open up a free account and post like image ads and things like that. And it's an online classified just like Craigslist. So let me give you an example of how this looks. Okay. All right. So let's see, like Craigslist. This is Craigslist, obviously, right? This is Backpage, like backpage.com. It works exactly the same way, but again, it's not as big as Craigslist, so there's not the same amount of traffic. But again, if you want to just try to get a few leads from it, people that'll get on the phone with you and call you directly, or you want to get in front of some of these people that are looking for some part-time gigs because you're looking to pitch your network marketing deal to them, you could do that, right? So you would obviously go to your home area, wherever state you're in, and post to those people. So again, I'm not going to spend too much time on that because it's probably almost the same as Craigslist, right? It's just a different website. Okay. Now, number nine. Okay, number nine. This is pretty cool. Okay, it's something called list builders. Now, some of you guys may have heard of list builders before. Some of you guys might have haven't, but list builders, really quick, in a nutshell, is basically it's almost like a solo ad. Okay, but it's you can do it for free. Okay, now obviously there's a paid component to a lot of list builder websites, but you can certainly use it for free. Like I'm a free member of a few different list builders, but again, my whole premise is not necessarily use it for leads, but I test out offers before I go and pay for, like, before I drop like a couple $100 on a solo ad. I always test my offer using a list builder. But early on, before I was doing solo ads, I was actually, using list builder as a quick way to get leads. And in a nutshell, what it is, let's say, for example, you don't have a list yet, but let's say, one of the list builders that I use is called Viral URL. You can actually go to Viral URL, open up a free account, and every 3 days, I think, or every 4 days, you can craft an email and send it out to 3,000 of their members. And I believe they have something like, 50,000 members. So it'll send your email to 3,000 of their members every 3 days. If you're a free member. Now, if you're a paid member, you can actually access way more than 3,000, and you can probably email, I think, every day. Now, by the way, if you want to join or open up an account with Viral URL, hit me up on Facebook. My profile, just so you know, on Facebook is facebook.com/Jamie.Soriano2. Hit me up and I'll send you my link. Okay, I'll send you my link for Viral URL. Obviously, if you join through that link, number one, obviously, I'll be totally transparent. I'll get credit, but I'll be able to help you and walk you through it, because I do have a team. Because again, it's an affiliate program, so you can actually have a small little team over there, and I can walk you through some of the things. Obviously, if you're working with me, there's monetary benefit. So I do take a lot of time to kind of take you through that information. Okay, one of the things that I'll be honest with you, is a pet peeve for me, is when people don't join stuff through my affiliate link, but then they continue to bombard me with messages and text messages and Facebook messages and they ask for help. It's like, hey, look, I'm looking to help, but why didn't you join through my link, right? So I mean, that's just one thing that, just as a common courtesy, and obviously you would want that a courtesy extended to you, is, go through my link, okay? So let me show you viral URL in a nutshell. I'm not going to spend too much time, but this is it right here. Let me see here. So you can actually go to, you can actually open up an account. I'll log into my account. Again, I'm a free member only simply for the simple fact that I used to be a paid member when I was actually using it to get leads, but now I just kind of use it to test out offers to see if it's worth, sending out to an actual solo ad. But let me see here. Okay, so this is kind of like the inside of the back office here. So here you can actually see here, if you go to, it's a little slow here only because I have like a ton of stuff running in the background. But if you go to mailer, you can actually go to system mailer. Like for example, if I click on system mailer. Okay. All right. So for example, here, you can send email to 3,000 random members. So I can actually send an email out. So here you would just put subject of your email, which if you were on my solo ad training, obviously you would put a good subject line. You put the text message here, right here, and your link, and then you can send it out to 3,000 of their members. So again, this is just another cool, neat way for free that you can just send people your offer. And again, what converts more than anything is, again, the generic free training, how to get leads type of stuff, as opposed to putting offers to your network marketing deal. Now you can certainly put an offer to your network marketing deal, like I have also, just to kind of test it out. But like, like clockwork, it always converts more when it's more like generic training and information, as opposed to an actual network marketing. Because again, people right off the gate, they're not looking for another network marketing deal. They're looking for training. Okay. So I usually send, like, my Lead System Pro has an offer where they, I can give them a 20+ page PDF on Instagram marketing, or there's a new one that came out, a 20+ PDF on Periscope marketing. That's a new one. So I'll just take that offer from my Lead System Pro. I plug it in here and I say, hey, how'd you like to have this free PDF? And I put the link and I send it out. And then people click that and they download the PDF. More importantly, they get on my list, right? So again, another reason why you should get my Lead System Pro, because you don't have to put together those 20+ page PDFs, because it's there for you. Like other people have put it together. You just have to grab it and then you could send it out as much as you want. So it's another great reason to be hooked up with my Lead System Pro. So this is viral URL. Okay. Number 10, I'm not even going to toggle back to the notepad, but number 10 is another list builder that I use called ListJoe. And it's actually it's almost the same thing as viral URL. Like viral URL is more of it's like the bigger one, the more popular one. But ListJoe is probably like second place. I mean, there's so many list builders out there. But here you can actually, it's the same exact premise, right? Like I can log into my back office right here. You can open up a free account. There's also a paid component, as you can see, if you want to do that. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, so that's, let me see here. Okay. So if I continue to log in here, right? So here it says membership. I have a free account, send up to 1,000 emails every week. So I can send an offer to 1,000 people every single week for free. Now, again, if you want to do a paid component so that you can do like all these other ads up here, you certainly can. I don't use list builders now to get leads per se. I use it more to test things before I spend a couple $100 on a solo ad. But back in the day, I was actually using viral URL and ListJoe to actually get leads, and I was obviously a paid member at the time. So again, if that's something you want to do and you just want to send offers out to people and you don't have a big list yet, and you want to just kind of leverage these other lists of these companies, you can send. The good thing about it is the people that are on this list are typically affiliate marketers, network marketers, internet marketers, people that are in the make money from home space. So it's a good target market and you could send offers to them, right? So That's number 10. So as you can see, guys, okay, and again, we're coming up to 90 minutes on this webinar, so I'm gonna start to wind down in a little bit here. But as you can see, I just laid out 10 different places you can get leads. So just understand that there's leads everywhere. There's traffic everywhere. If you're in the network marketing space and you're looking for people, there's so many places you can get people on the internet. And I just showed you 10 places where you don't have to spend a penny, right? Of course, you'll get probably faster results if you do paid traffic, and that's a whole other conversation, right? But if you don't have a budget, if you're just getting started online, if you're kind of getting your feet wet and you just want to learn how to do article marketing, blogging, video marketing, certainly with the 10 resources I gave you today, if you pick two or one or two of them and you just put your head down and for 90 days you went to work and you said, you know what, I'm going to get good at this, you can certainly put yourself in a position where you're going to start getting 10, 20, 30 leads a day just from one of the traffic strategies. Again, don't try to do all 10. That's going to it's going to make your head explode, right? It's not good if you try to, overwhelm yourself and try to do all 10. Pick one, two at the most, and just get good at it. Okay. And you can certainly position yourself to get leads, good, high quality leads on a daily basis. Not a lot early on, because with free traffic, as I mentioned before, it takes a little while. But the cool thing is once you get it going, you got it going, right? Like the example I showed you, like I haven't wrote an article in God knows how long, right? But guess what? I still get clicks to my website today from articles that I wrote a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That's called residual marketing. So the benefit, even though it takes a little bit longer, the benefit is once you get it going, you got it going. There's nothing that's going to stop you from continuing to get those leads, right? So here's the deal. Okay. Here's the deal. If you're going to go out there and do what I just showed you tonight, you're going to need tools, guys. There's no other way to do it. You're going to need capture pages. You're going to need a blog. You're going to need a couple of things, right? Here's what I want to challenge you to do. If you want to if you want to get training and plug into, the tools that I personally use, you're going to want to become an affiliate for My Lead System Pro. Okay. You're going to want to become an affiliate for My Lead System Pro. And part of becoming an affiliate for My Lead System Pro, let me just share this real quick and I'm going to wrap up here. Okay. You're going to become you're going to want to become a member of My Lead System Pro. Now you can take a $10 trial. $10, I believe, for 10 days or something like that. You can take a trial, log into the back office, play around with it. But guys, there's nowhere, and this is going to sound like a pitch here, but it's really not. For you to get a blog built for you, done for you, plug and play blog that's configured already for SEO, that looks amazing, better than any blog that I put together, right? And you want to have literally like a couple dozen capture pages that are already pre-built that you can actually pull offers like free PDFs and free webinar replays and give that and offer that out to people, because maybe you haven't put together your own training just yet. I mean, where else are you going to go, right? You might as well just become a member of My Lead System Pro, get all those tools and resources in your arsenal and the training. Because again, for you to do videos and things of that nature, you're going to want to learn stuff so that you can offer some valuable information. You can actually archive all the training that's been done over the last couple of months. Here's the link you want to go to. Okay, I'm going to leave this up there. Here's the link. It's mlmleadsystempro.com/order/mastery2/daily residuals, which is my username. So just type this in, right? Type this in right into your browser and go ahead and join. Obviously, if you don't type this in, you're not going to be able to join and connect with me because you'll probably end up joining, but you won't be on my MLSP team. If you're in my MLSP team, I'll do a lot of training for you. I'll be accessible through phone. We'll do Skype conversations. I'll kind of walk you through a lot of the information. And again, I'll walk you by the hand and teach you how to do this until you're getting 10, 20 leads a day, or you don't need my help anymore, right? So if you get involved with My Lead System Pro, number one, it's just a great resource for you to, so that you can build your business. But number two, it's a great way for you to build affiliate commissions, because you can actually, for every mastery member that you refer, you actually make $100 a month in residual income. So think about that. If you're in a network marketing company, how many people do you have to have on an auto ship for you to make $100? I don't know, 20, 30? But here with one mastery member, if you refer one mastery member, you're making $100 a month. If you refer two mastery members, you're actually, you have your membership paid for and then some. And again, people are going to join you more in My Leases to Pro because it's generic than your actual network marketing company. Now, again, the idea is to push your network marketing company on the back end, but you need to have a good front end offer. And My Leases to Pro by far has been the most consistent, high converting offer that I've leveraged over the last couple of years. Okay. Now, again, if you join My Lead System Pro with me, the two things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to get plugged into the actual community, right? The Facebook community that they have. It's a private community where a lot of the training and content is there. But I'm also going to be able to work with you and plug you into, a private group that just works with me. And I'll be able to take you through, videos. We'll have some Skype conversations. I'll just basically be there as a guide for you and take you by the hand and help you, learn the process of using My Leases to Pro for your business until the point comes where you don't need me anymore. And then you can kind of do your own thing. But how cool is it that you're going to have someone who has experience to kind of help you and walk you through the process? I mean, that in and of itself is super valuable because, for me, when I first got involved with My Leases to Pro, the person that I joined under, they actually lived in Costa Rica. And here's what I found out. They never used a phone. So I actually had to learn a lot of stuff through trial and error. And it was a pain in the butt. Now, it was worth it, right? Because I became a leader right away, right? But for you to have someone who knows the system like myself and kind of help you, walk you through it. And I could be like a soundboard for you, where if you have advice or help or something like that, if you need advice or help, you can actually reach out to me. And I'll, again, since you're on my team, I'll get back to you right away. That in and of itself is priceless. Okay. So hopefully you got a lot of value. Okay. Hopefully you got a lot of information from the webinar tonight. 10 resources for free leads. Whether you join My Leases to Pro or not, hopefully you take the information tonight and you run with it. But again, if you're going to be marketing and doing a lot of stuff that I taught you tonight, you're going to need the blog. You're going to need the capture pages. You're going to need the tools. You're going to need the offers as lead magnets. So why not join My Lead System Pro, right? So again, join My Lead System Pro. It'll help you with your business. And again, that's a wrap for tonight. Okay. It's 90 minutes of pure content and value. We're going to be doing these on a weekly basis. So the next one's going to be next Tuesday. I'm going to have a new topic for then. Plug in, learn, get connected with me. At the very least, if you never get involved with anything I do, I'm giving you free information. Okay. Free information, free value, free content. Hopefully you appreciate that. Obviously, I value you if you're on my list, and that's why I'm doing these live I'm taking time out of my schedule away from my family to sit down here and talk to you and give you some information, because I do value the fact that you're on my list. And hopefully you appreciate the fact that I'm giving you total transparency. So with that being said, guys, that's 90 minutes. We don't have too much time to do a Q&A tonight, but if you have any information or any questions, hit me up on Facebook. If you want more details on anything I talked about, because a lot of those things that I talked about, I do have supplementary videos that are like an hour long that actually goes into detail on how to do each one. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you that for free, no problem. I'll send you the video link. You can check that out, and hopefully you got some value. So here's what I'll tell you: if you don't join me in My Leases Pro, no problem. If you got some value, can you do me a big favor? Just go on my Facebook. Right? It's facebook.com/Jamie, JAIME .Soriano, my last name, 2. People say, why 2? Because someone had Jamie Soriano. So I don't know. I had to go with Jamie.Soriano 2. Hit me up on Facebook. And just, if you got some value, if you didn't get value, no problem. But if you got some value, go to my Facebook wall and just give me a shout out. Give me like a little testimonial. it could be like one sentence or two sentences, and just, let me know that I'm actually not wasting my time getting on a live webinar with you to give you some information. Okay. So just go there, and shoot me like a one sentence or two sentence testimonial or a little shout out saying, hey, great webinar, whatever. Okay. Just to kind of give me the feedback and let me know that it's not a waste of time for me to get together and spend 90 minutes with you on a Tuesday night, because I'm going to be doing these on an ongoing basis for the simple fact that I do want to give you a tremendous amount of value. So with that being said, as you can tell, I'm pretty much done. I was sick, today, but my voice is pretty much gone. So I'm gonna wrap this this webinar. Hopefully you got some value. Jamie Soriano here from Long Island, New York. I'll catch you on the next webinar. Have a great night, guys.